I'll say.
All right, I know the big thing we wanted to talk about tonight was the website. Um, I haven't been on it in a couple weeks, but
Do you want to, sorry, Matt, do you want to just call to order first, just to
oh
stay
yeah, call the order
in line
seven
with the
ten.
agenda?
Sorry.
It's okay.
Um, yeah, as it no
And
audience
then,
for staff and citizens. I'm assuming there's none. That was the only thing I was thinking because it wasn't actually the link wasn't posted. We wouldn't get any. So um,
yeah, it had all of the information like under it, so people could put it in their,
perfect. Um, so yeah, school website. Dr. Sarley, would you like to lead?
I sure can. So school website, we ran into a little bit of licensing renewals. I don't know if you noticed it was down for like 24 hours, but we got that going. And now that we're back up and running, we actually have two people now that are kind of vested and working on our website. So there are some small changes that are pretty significant in that before when you were clicking around like on the home page, if you clicked into any of the sub pages, you lost your ability to click to the other pages because it went white. And I asked our IT guys, this was Nick specifically, to see if they could fix it. And so he's been working on our website and making some changes. And so that was immediately fixed and extremely noticeable, at least for me, because now when I click around to the different pages, if I'm in our Board of Ed page, I can go back to the home page and still see the home button. So those are minor tweaks, but they take time as folks are learning it. And our new administrative assistant is also learning. So she's training side by side to get the know-how in order to update our website in all of its different facets and to make it more user friendly. It's going to take us a little bit of time as we're undergoing this process, but I can positively share that it's in process and we've got the right people on board working through that to get us there.
Good. What's the major thing you want to see change? Like what would you in an ideal world, what would you like to see done with the website?
So in an ideal world, our ability to search the website for all of the things that we're currently revising and under construction right now. So for example, our vision, our mission alignment, that's work that we're currently doing that I will bring and pull to the forefront. So it's in really like, this is what Hampton Elementary School is and what we're about and what we're looking to achieve for our scholars. And so that'll be the focus point as we restructure what our website looks like and becomes more user friendly, especially in terms of the ability to print out registration documents and things of that nature. So families can really access the multitude of things that are happening in our building, not just from the lens of the teacher classroom, because some of those are pretty outdated too. There's year to year updates. So cleaning that side of it up too is going to be very important for students and families to navigate that, but also the community to see what's happening in a more clear and succinct way. The pictures are updated pretty regularly. We do have Mrs. Sankini updates those pictures quite frequently. So you always have updated pictures up there, which is great. But the ability to navigate our website is in need. And so the restructuring of what that looks like and the ability to get where you need to go is the major improvements that I need us to have there. Same thing like with our school improvement plans, things of that nature. They're just not readily accessible. So those are like immediate tweaks that are going to take time, but you'll see as we're working through it.
Improvement wise, do you mean like student achievement and like what's going on in the classrooms, or you mean like you didn't mean like building and grounds wise, or a little bit of both?
I think a little bit of both and truly just the navigation of our website. I don't find it to be extremely user friendly, and maybe that's
Yep.
just me, but I find I have to like I'm almost surprised by like what's on our homepage because it's so much, but it's good information and it really kind of belongs in a different tab as opposed to just being like up front and center on the homepage.
Mhm. And now is the EastCon, that organization, able to help us, or do we need to, like, when we first started this, we actually hired somebody, which ended up not going very well, but
Mm.
we hired somebody to do this. I mean, is this something where we need to go beyond what our current services can do for us and maybe go to that next level?
I would say I don't think we're there yet, because we do have the people with the know-how and the interest to play with it and work through some of it. I think if we start coming to the summer months and see that we're not seeing the improvements we would like to see or things of that nature, it would be a good time for us to then look into a possibly you know, I don't know what they are. They're like website design people. I get a lot of flyers frequently, so there's definitely enough. We would have to look through them if it came to that point. But I'm pretty confident in our staff that are looking into it right now.
What platform is our website based off of? Is it a program type of
I want to say I think it's called WebEx.
WebEx?
Yeah. Um, I myself have access to dabbling with it, but with no luck because I tried to fix like the tabs and I couldn't do it myself. So um it just takes some of that training, and luckily our IT support has some of the at least baseline knowledge to start us in the right direction. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna just mute and take my video off for a second. I need to grab my charger. I apologize.
Our website isn't, I'm on a lot of schools, well, a decent amount of schools' websites. It's not the worst one I've seen, but not the great.
Right. Yeah, yeah, not the worst, not the best.
Right. That stuff's there. There's definitely,
I mean, I'm actually, I mean, what drives me nuts is like at work sometimes when your website has dead links and it's not, and things are outdated. So like if we're updating pictures, and it sounds like there are some things that we need to get updated to better meet the actual happenings of what's going on in the school today. So yeah, I definitely think that's the things to focus on, because you don't want people going on our website and getting the wrong impression of what's going on, or like incorrect information. So, or like hitting, like I said, dead links and stuff like that are just, you know, obviously that it's just not been kept up type of thing. So, and I don't think we have that much of that. I think it's mostly just refining what's on the front page and then creating the new links so that you can, if you want to go a level deeper, you can, but it's not what's thrown at you right off the bat.
I'm smiling. I'm on the page now, and right underneath the banner picture, somebody was in there. There's a text box created in there that just hasn't been changed. It says, "I am text box." Click edit button to change this text.
Oh my goodness, I just saw that too. Yeah.
I mean, they're crazy enough to change. I mean, that's what I'm
So,
on the website
you know,
all the
things-
time for our district. So
You're right. And that
those things get by you so easily, and you know, and especially when you're staring at something so long, you just go cross-eyed half the time. But yeah, I mean, I'm getting calls constantly from superintendent and other principals like, "Hey, change this or pull this down."
Yeah.
Once you know how to use the system, it's not bad. If you learn how to, and if I don't know WebEx, I've not used it. I've used Blackboard Connect has one, and School Messenger and Contro. It's one I currently use. But they're good in the fact that, like, I don't know if you can get the manuals online and read them. You can figure it out pretty easily, I think. Well,
Yeah, I think we've got the know-how. It just is going to take time. And like you said, you guys just caught something right up front, and that to me just says that somebody was working on it today and
yeah, that's
probably didn't get to, or they probably published what they wanted to and didn't catch
didn't
them.
notice it, right?
Yeah.
Well, then that's good, because it looks like people are, because I did not notice that the last time I was on the page. So.
Yes, definitely actively working on it. And because we're not professionals,
Yep.
you're gonna see those, and so if you see them, definitely tell us. I'm glad you caught that.
Well,
I'm
that's
looking, I still haven't caught it.
It's like right under the picture, in the first homepage.
Oh, yeah. If you look at it quick, you just figured it was like the description of the school.
right. Well, anything else you want to talk about the website now? I don't think so. I think, it's good. We're working on it. Talking about the spring newsletter. Do we have solid things that we want to go in there, that we can start asking for or looking for?
Yeah, so Principal Roberson and I have yet to like formally connect. It's all been kind of like through text messaging and nothing in a formal capacity. But we're pretty confident that we'll be able to put something together that's going to be really nice and encompass a lot of the positive things, because we've done a lot of growth this year in terms of bringing in collaboration, most recently with the Audubon Society. And so we have quite a bit to share that would look, I think, be intriguing to our community, and to see how we're connecting our students to really authentic projects, and the connection to the not just real life, but also their own community and society and what that meant for them. So we've got, it's almost like we have a lot and we have to figure out what's going to be the best to parse through. And I still think the picture is going to be the hardest thing, but we're gonna do our best to get that happening.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Would it be worth just sharing with Matt and I, maybe like on a separate email, or maybe, I'm not sure, I don't want to put anything more on your shoulders, but just so that we can start understanding what could be in there, and then like kind of laying out maybe how many pages we think we need, and like, are we thinking like what we had done in the past, where it's like just like I'll say a 4-page booklet. Yeah, 4-page, I guess.
I kind of thought it would be,
Or is it just gonna be like the Parish Hill one that comes out, and that's an 8.5 by 11?
I wonder what the Parish Hill mailing costs.
I'm not sure. I can definitely reach out to Mr. Henrici and find that out. Mark, to your question, I think it would be best if we have things. So if we can have everything we would like to see first, to know what format is going to best meet the need, so that it's not overwhelming. So I don't know that necessarily, an 8 by 11 booklet is the best way to go. But if we have that much to fill, then that's the best way to go, if that makes sense. So I would love to see a message from both, obviously myself, Ms. Roberson, update from our building in terms of what exciting adventures our students were able to go into this year, as well as accomplishments that were made. You guys are going to see some recognitions at our next board meeting. So I think the tricky part is letting the information dictate the format is kind of my thought on that. So we could definitely send you, as we get a little bit closer and some of our projects start to wrap up, we'll have a better sense of what will be in there to be able to pick the best format. I think timing is really going to be, timing and deadlines are going to be essential for us to make sure we get that out. I think last time we spoke about this going out in, was it May? Did we say May?
At this point, I think it probably would have to be May, just by the time we get the articles, put them together into some type of document, and then send it out to I don't know if we would use Gleamo or something else to get it published, and then /printed/ put out into the mailboxes. I don't even know if that company is still around, but I'm guessing they are.
I think they are. But yeah, we don't have to go through them. We can look around. Maybe there's cheaper, or I don't know.
Right.
With online stuff now, Who knows?
True. And maybe we can, I don't know if there's anything we can do with the post office directly, like, there are times where we get mailings throughout the town that are just on two sides of an 11 by 17. But I think those are mostly black and white type of documents. They're not necessarily,
Yeah, and I don't know, we might have a lot more if we're
Right.
putting budgets, well, we're gonna put budget stuff in there and whatnot.
I
yeah.
wanted to, we can even make it simpler too. I would love for us to look even into, Vistaprint. I wonder if they do something. Are you familiar with them?
I've never
heard of them, but
I've heard of them, but never.
I know that they do like postcards and greeting cards and things like that. And I wonder if they
Do mailings.
do mailings, and then we could then see how much it would cost from the post office perspective of that, or I'm not familiar with that company, you guys.
Yeah, I definitely can try to Google some stuff and, to talk to people between now and our next meeting to see maybe different options to explore.
yeah, that's good. But the only thing, Glimo, I think now that I think about it, they did know how to do like the door direct.
Yeah, they did everything last time. They printed and shipped.
Yeah, so they were able to like put that together so it somehow gets mailed to everybody in town.
But
Without,
if you can also save $500 by doing it some other way, it might be worth it.
true, yeah,
I have no idea anything. Let's just say maybe just
right.
talk to them, talk to other people, just
Yeah.
to get quotes and whatnot.
All right. All right, so we'll wait a little bit longer, maybe get some more, like you said, Dr. Sarli, as things come to completion at the school, we'll have that many more things we might be able to put in, and I think we could fit quite a lot on there, because quite honestly, even if it was like just a couple sentences here and there for some of these things, you could fit, 3 or 4 things on a page, so
True.
even on a smaller page.
Yeah, do you think it would be better if we keep things concise and do, I don't know if we could fit everything on two-sided. That'd be kind of tight.
Yeah. Yeah, I think to start with, a little bit longer descriptions of things would be better, and then we can always summarize. But if you start off with a 1 or 2 sentence thing for everything, and if you want the more detail, it's a lot more work than just taking the more detail and cutting it down some. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be easier to start with more.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll have to just kind of backwards plan for that. I think that by early April, if Sam and I have everything kind of drafted, that'll help us know what format to go with and be able to choose somebody to help us print it out so that we can get it done in April and out for May. What do you think?
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I think that's probably it for the newsletter then for now. And I think we just set our agenda for the April meeting.
Yep. I think we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can review it at the April meeting even.
Yeah.
That works. Good.
Wonderful.
I mean, I suppose we could even take like in the principal reports, I didn't even think of this till now, but I mean, we could always steal some of the stuff that Sam sometimes has in her reports, so.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be consolidating what we
Yeah, already have.
deliver in our reports from the board for sure, and highlighting some of the achievements and successes of our students. All right.
Get one out. All right,
Alright.
then. No more audience for citizen staff. Anyone? All All right,
I think we're good.
7:30, we're good.
Did we keep you out of trouble, Dr. Sarli?
Think so. I just
All
hear
right.
I just hear some kids